Choice. We all agree that having a choice is a good thing, right? I hope you're not a despotism fan. It's what modern society is built upon, pretty much. And also, all really like to have as many options as possible because we feel like it could help us pick the right thing, whatever it is that we're looking for. I feel like basically the logic goes choice is good, of course. So the more choice, the better. Well, it might make sense in some way, but actually, no. This phenomenon is called the paradox of choice, and it was first coined by psychologist Barish Fatz and asserts that having too many options can actually lead to fun things such as decision paralysis, dissatisfaction, and just overall stress. So basically, despite our common belief that the more choices we have, the better for us, he actually suggested and found out through research that there is a limit to the amount of options we can have before we get diminishing returns, or even before it actually starts to get worse than having less options. Now, there isn't like a specific number to it. You can't say, okay, if you have 3 options, then whatever you're choosing, you're good to go. No, it of course depends on the situation and on who you are. So there's no magic solution to this, unfortunately. Now, to make this more clear, we can look at the study on the matter called the JAM study, which was done by these 2 psychologists who decided to try displaying 24 jams on one stand against another stand where there were only 6 flavors. So they did this at 2 different days at the same food market. And yeah, as you might have expected, the one with the more jams attracted more attention because, shiny jam jars or whatever. I don't know why people look at jam stand. However, the one that had only 6 options actually was relatively more successful because it sold more jam. And what was also interesting was that the people that ended up buying from that stand were also more satisfied with their purchase. So I guess that's a tip for the sales people out there. But let's get back to the real world. After all, we don't choose among 24 types of jam every single day, or at least I don't know about you. But even so, how often do you really have to make a choice from a lot of options? Just think about it. You don't even have to think about it. It's pretty much all the time, every day. We're constantly bombarded in our modern society by choice, which, having a choice, again, is great, but sometimes it just overwhelms us because we have to do it all the time in all aspects of our life, and our monkey brain just isn't evolved enough to do it. And it doesn't need to be big things. It doesn't need to be just choosing who to marry or choosing what career path to go down. It can also be just choosing what treat to devour after you finally took off those clothes from the drying rack. It's been a week. You really should have done it way earlier.
Actually, I don't think I do.
No, I've never heard of it.
Um, yeah, most recently, I wasn't very sure where to live because I graduated from my bachelor's last year, and it was a difficult choice of whether to continue my education and go to a student city or start working in a big city. So there were quite a few options in front of me, so I was quite stressed out because of the amount of options that I had.
Well, the last time, on a more serious note, that I can remember is when I tried to decide on which master program to enroll. So many countries, so many available options in different cities. It was really difficult for me to make the decision.
I think that's a tough question because I would have to be a very successful person and to know how to deal with these situations, and I'm still learning to this day. What I can say is that what helps me is when I have very specific list of pros and cons for every single direction when I have to make a choice, and then I can kind of figure things out from then on.
Well, I'm still trying to figure it out, but maybe just to stick behind their choices and stick to their choices and just stay behind them. That's it.
And there you have it, the paradox of choice. A good reminder that sometimes, or often even, having more options isn't necessarily a good thing. It's good to keep in mind all of the threats that hide behind choices. But what can we do to kind of make our lives a bit easier in this regard? I've gathered 2 easy tips to follow, which I'm also trying to follow myself. And the first one is to limit your options. Now, this is pretty straightforward and it works for a lot of cases, even for bigger things such as moving to another place, another city, another country, whatever. Why does it work? Well, it's pretty simple. When you limit your choices, you also kind of allow yourself to focus on less things at once, and this allows you to actually look at them deeper. So again, if you're looking for places to live, you'll be able to do some more research and be able to actually get a more solid list of pros and cons for each of them, and then be able to actually make the choice, the right choice. Number 2 is being clear with your priorities. So setting your priorities straight, basically. And this again works for all kinds of situations. For instance, if you're looking for a laptop that is primarily for work, so you needed to edit or you needed to do Excel sheets, whatever you need it for work, then you'll be less sad when you buy that work laptop and you end up seeing an ad for a gaming laptop with a great big display and a cool graphics card and whatever, I don't know. Because that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for a work laptop. But yeah, I don't know. I hope that these tips help you. I hope they help me. And I hope that watching this video wasn't that bad of a choice after all. And thank you for watching.